ITA meets twice a year at
We do, yeah.
events like this. Do the same people attend both times?
Pretty much, and we actually even have a third meeting. The internal technology leaders of the CPA firms, they come together just as a separate group in the summer. And at that summer meeting, those 26 firms do a lot of benchmarking. So the 26 members pull together all kinds of metrics on their IT spend, how many people do they have supporting PCs, whatever it might be. Mm-hmm. And they come together in a third meeting that is just that group, a much smaller meeting. I think there are about 70 attendees at that meeting where they spend some time together. But yes, it's pretty much the same. We're bringing in new members, so they're bringing in new people. One of the things that we're really focusing on, though, is trying to bring younger members in, because we're all getting a little older, those of us in this industry. And one of the things that we're concerned about is that who's going to be the next leaders of these IT firms or the internal IT people. So one of the big focuses we have is on leadership development. Rather than just the owner being here, why don't you bring your second or third in command, somebody who hasn't been here before, somebody that you're grooming, because we think that's really an important part of their networking, and it's an important part of what they're going to be doing going forward.
Can anybody join ITA?
You can, but it is a approved kind of, our board of directors approves memberships. Consulting firms, it's a pretty wide open group. Anybody who is in the business of providing IT consulting to clients is eligible for membership as long as they meet our code of ethics and criteria. What we call our ITL, the internal technology leaders, that is by invitation because it is the largest of the CPA firms. It's the largest non-Big Four firms. So like firm 5 through about firm 30 are in that group. And so we've tried to keep that the larger firms because they have different issues than maybe a 10-person CPA firm. And so we do allow people to, so if you were firm number 35 on the Accounting Today list, we do take their application, but we want to make sure that's a really good mix. So we aren't heavily recruiting CPA firms to the ITA. We'd like to increase our membership by maybe another 20 consulting firms from where we are today. But anyone who fits that criteria is certainly welcome to check it out and see whether or not it makes sense for them.
Now, I understand you've partnered with the Digital CPA organization for their fall event?
Fall event, yeah. We always have a fall event, and the AICPA and CPA Biz are members of the ITA. And it was partially by accident. We found that we were going to have some competing dates because of the fact that we were going to be meeting in December and they were going to be meeting in December. And we started talking to Eric and to Mike Cerami at CPA Biz and determined that, hey, maybe this makes sense for us to co-locate because we have a different audience, but we have the same audience. In some cases, we're all focusing on IT-related issues. And so we're holding 2 conferences. So the ITA conference will happen December 7 through 9 at the Gaylord in D.C. The Digital CPA conference will happen December 8 through 10. But we are going to, so there'll be 2 separate conferences, but we're going to do some joint keynotes. We're going to try to have some crossover sessions on our agendas so that if you're attending Digital CPA, if you see something on the ITA track you'd like to go to, you can cross over and do that. And so we think it'll be good for everybody. One, it'll give us even a larger group of people to collaborate and meet together. But it's something that it's something we've never done before, but we're very excited. I went to they put together a planning committee. And I went to their planning meeting in New York about 3 weeks ago, and they have a group of about 10 different people from member firms that are planning that conference. And we heard a lot of what their topics are, and now we're going to try to match up when we start after this conference to make sure that we've got an agenda that makes a lot of sense.
What happens within ITA when it's between conferences the rest of the year?
We try to keep it in contact. We do have our own private social media site, so like a LinkedIn, but it's for ITA members where people can collaborate and maybe I need to know something about one of our members do this and I can post information out there. We don't today do a lot of webinars and seminars. We do send a lot of information out via social media or via our just my quarterly newsletters. So we try to continue that collaboration. I mean, that's a good point because that's actually something that we're looking at more. What do we do between the 6 months that we're apart? And we think there are some things we can do more via technology to keep that community connected.
Anything else you'd like to add regarding the conference or your outreach to the profession?
Not really. I mean, I think we're excited about what's going on in the IT industry. I think there's a lot of challenges out there, both within the CPA community and in the general small business community. And we're trying to help fill that niche by bringing people together who are working to make that better. You know, technology's changing a lot. I was in the technology business for 30-some years, and what I knew 30 years ago doesn't apply at all today. And so I think by having this group, we hope that we're better at serving our clients by having being a member of the ITA. You know, whether it be my client is an audit person in a CPA firm or whether they're a small business. I think our big focus is let's make sure that we're bringing the best and the brightest together so that we can actually do a better job of serving our client base going forward.